The last several years have been absolutely miserable for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, despite them being protected by so many in the mainstream media. Now, after the disastrous year of 2023, no one can deny the problems that the MCU has. Whether it's streaming failures, whether it's box office flops, or whether it's PR nightmares. Now, the entire conversation has changed from the mainstream perspective into the conversation that fans have been having literally for years about the MCU. And now we're finding out more that they're doing behind the scenes to try to recover from some of these failures. How Marvel's quietly retooling amid superhero fatigue. And this, much like the article we got a couple months ago, I think that was from Variety back then about all the failures inside the MCU. It's talking about how they've kind of gone full-blown panic mode and how they're retooling so many different things, how they're firing people, hiring these people, retooling everything inside the MCU because they don't want to actually do a reboot. But one of the things that got revealed was how they're dealing with the fallout of firing Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors, who is supposed to be the next big bad Kang the Conqueror. And unfortunately, not only did he have all the legal problems that we talked about, but his character in general fell flat to everybody. It was a joke in Loki, and he was an embarrassment in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And now we know, after months of speculation about, are they going to recast him? What are they going to do? Now, we just got this news. Avengers: The Kang Dynasty will drop Kang from title. New Avengers 5 title still uncertain. The Kang Dynasty is no longer the title for Avengers 5. Marvel was reportedly moving away from Kang before Jonathan Majors was fired after Quantumania failed. Now, how real is that? Were they really going to move away from Jonathan Majors as Kang, just because of how bad some of those things were received? I don't know. It's certainly what I would say as well. If we went through this big PR disaster with him, that's what I would probably say if I was Marvel to try to cover up for it. But here's the entire thing from this article. A lot of things that get pointed out here, but wanted to focus on Avengers 5. Marvel's also cleaning up the creative mess left in the wake of Jonathan Majors, the once rising actor cast to play the linchpin villain role in the next Avengers movie, but who in December was found guilty of reckless assault in the third degree and harassment in a Manhattan court after a domestic incident with his ex-partner. Marvel dropped Majors hours after the conviction and is rewriting those movies completely, as we reported not that long ago. That's what it sounded like they were going to do, which will now either minimize the character or excise him entirely. The first of the new Avengers movie, due out in 2026, was initially titled Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, but will be getting a new title to remove the character's name. Those sources say that even before Majors' conviction, the studio was making moves to minimize the character after Quantumania underperformed. Well, now you have it kind of officially, finally, after a lot of speculation and rumors that this would be the case. They're rewriting this thing completely. They're going to do everything they can to erase Kang from the MCU. Does he even need to be recast? I really think if you just move off it, you pretend that shit never fucking happened and move on. I think that's a better thing to do than recasting him but still having him play a minimal role. But it certainly is interesting that after years of talking about the failures of Marvel, years of complaining about what Disney and the MCU have been doing, what Kevin Feige's been doing, how they are failing, that finally, after the biggest flop in their history with the Marvels, then they finally are forced to admit all of these mainstream outlets, the ones that protected them and blamed fans for the failures for years, made excuse after excuse. Even they are now having to come out with these things and be like, well, yeah, Marvel's a complete and total failure, but this is how they're trying to turn it around. They're changing almost everything they can because they know what a catastrophic failure this is. What do you guys think about it? Do you think it's the right thing to move away from Kang completely? They're going to just rename that thing. It's going to be something else. No more Kang Dynasty. I think that is the right move for them, and I think they should just forget the character entirely. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.